Still do with policing, Commander Gary Jamieson, former Assistant Commissioner, was very critical of grassroots policing yesterday. Said we need to return to basics, return to grassroot policing. Excuse me. He's been accused today by Simon Overland of being disloyal. Do you agree?
Well, I was asked about this yesterday, and Gary Jamieson has been a fine police officer. He was interested in the top job. He wasn't successful, and undoubtedly he's disappointed about that. But I said yesterday I expressed 100% support for the Chief Commissioner for the changes that he's making across the police force. I'm not going to get into a situation where I'm judging one against the other.
Oh, fair enough. Did we lose focus a bit on what is necessary with policing for a while there? This sort of grassroots policing that's being referred to, and as you say, Simon Overland today has detailed how he's moving back that way. Well, did we lose focus?
Well, I think what the public want to see is more frontline police. If you want to cut it to the quick, that's what they want to see, and I think the Chief Commissioner is moving in that direction. I think the Chief Commissioner is making sure that there's a stronger police presence. He has been successful with government. He has been very persuasive with government, saying that he needs more resources and more powers to do his job properly, and we've supported him in that. And I think, Neil, I know not everybody will agree with me on this, but I think we're making progress in these areas, in the two big areas that we singled out, which was alcohol-fuelled violence and the knife culture. I believe we're making progress. More police, tougher laws, more visible presence, and of course we've recently announced that we're taking 266 police from behind the desk to put them on the frontline duties to add to the 1,700 we've committed. So I think that's all a positive outcome from, if you like, this broad debate.
You described Christine Nixon as the best Chief Commissioner we'd ever had. Do you still believe that?
Well, I'm not going to back away from what I said at the time. I think we've gone through a period under...
Do you think she's the best we ever had? I mean, now we're going back to basics. That was the wrong policy. We've got these memorandums of understanding, some of which might have been under her time. And you think she was the best Chief Commissioner we ever had?
So every commissioner is different. They all bring their own styles to the job, their own management styles. But I think you've got to look at the results. And in Victoria, and I said this in Parliament the other day, using the same method of collecting statistics that's been in place for 25 years, we've got the lowest crime rates since computerised records began. So those things have gone to make our state safer.
And people are frightened on the streets and frightened on the trains.
Well, I don't agree with that. There are always, you asked me, I just said, there are always concerns that people have got about crime. I've got concerns about crime. That's why we've provided more police. That's why we've given police random search powers. That's why we've introduced on-the-spot fines. That's why we've introduced banning notices. That's why we've introduced move-on notices. That's why we've had $460 million of rebuilding police stations, like the new Carrum Down station.
I mean, that's okay.
Oh, well,
I mean, that's political spin, Premier.
Gee.
Well, that is really. I'm asking you some direct questions, and you're just spinning out your policies.
Oh no, I'm just saying. If there's in politics, if you've got a problem, it's how you address the challenge. And the problem we've had is particularly alcohol-fuelled violence.
Yes,
and the
which
knife,
we lost the plot on. And the Chief Commissioner, you said, is one of the best we've ever had. Was in charge.
And if you go back and listen to tapes of my discussions with you going back a year, 2 years ago, when we talked about this, we said it was a complex issue. It's going to require a whole series of measures putting in place. I said it would take 12 to 18 months to turn it around, as it did overseas in places like New York. I said I was confident we would turn it around. And I think, I was talking to the Lord Mayor recently about these issues, and he was saying how pleased he was with the turnaround that we're seeing in these issues in the city. The statistics confirm that, so we're making progress. Okay. Is that to say there's not a lot more to do? It's not. There's a lot more to do, and I understand people's concerns about that.
But just that one point, you stand by it. Christine Nixon was the best Chief Commissioner we ever had.
Yeah, I'm not going to back off that. No, I said that.
Despite what happened the night of the fires.
Oh well,
despite everything else.
I'm not revising that. It was something that it was a comment that I made at her retirement, on her resignation, and I think as Police Commissioner she served the state exceptionally well.
Best we ever had.